This is Elder Song of the Magic Online clan Seraphim, and I've got another cube draft. Alright, so doesn't look like there's anything that spectacular at the moment. Let's see. Never when y'all rolls. I don't even know how to pronounce that disc, it's pretty sweet. Stupor is nice. Grand Arbiter Augustine is nice. Let's see, Shapeshifter is nice. Braids is pretty nice. Let's see, the danger I think here is, I think probably the best card, this is the card I like the best, is Grand Arbiter Augustine. And I'm a bit worried about picking a 2-color card as my first pick, but then again, it's not really that much in this pack that I guess would really make me change my mind. I mean, Words of War would make a pretty good aggro deck. But I might try just going blue and white here and grabbing the Grand Arbiter. I mean, the only cards in here that I would want, like Crystal Shard, Sphinx is okay, Frank Surge is not bad, Knight's not that great. Let's see. So I think, to me, it's between Words of War to go aggro and Grand Arbiter to go control. I'm going to go ahead and take the Grand Arbiter, just because I think he's awesome, and maybe the next couple of picks will send me in a new direction, or also I'll just stick with that. Alright, this is different. So, some pretty sweet blue cards here, and a pretty sweet white card. And to me, it would be kind of hard to justify not taking Elspeth Terrell at this point. I would like to have Capture or Dismiss, or even Path to Exile. So the only other card here is like a Johnny Vengeance, awesome. Molten Steel Dragon's good. Greater Gargadon is awesome. I think I'll go ahead and go Elspeth Terrell and pass the blue cards. Which is too bad, but she's just too good to throw away. Alright, so some pretty good cards here. Aggro looks pretty awesome with Sulfuric Vortex. But at this point, I've already kind of made my decision, so I'm going to go ahead and grab Maloku, the Clouded Mirror. She's a solid card. And works good with the tokens. So I've got a dual land here for black-red. Got a Skin Render. And a Wall of Denial. Well, I guess, to me, the cards that I'm looking at are Core Skyfisher and Wall of Denial. And I think for control, Wall of Denial is probably better. Count Suppressor is nice, but it's not the best. So I'm going to go ahead and take Wall of Denial and have just, a big control type card. So pretty solidly in white-blue at this point. I could add another color at some point if I wanted to, but for now this looks pretty good. Alright, let's see. You got a Future Sight and a Capsize. That's actually somewhat difficult. I've heard really good things about Future Sight, so I might actually pick that card up. But I mean, Capsize is pretty sweet. I guess I'll go with the more interesting card here and grab a Future Sight. I've only played with it once, I believe, and haven't really had too much experience with it, so, I know how Capsize works, so let's try Future Sight for a change. Oh, this one's pretty cool. Figure of Destiny is one of the cards I recently added. I've always wanted to play with that card. Unfortunately, this is not the deck that it would go in. So for me, really, it's between essentially Wall of Omens and Austere Command. And Austere Command is just nuts. It's just a really good card, a nice board wipe. So that's the card I'm going to have to pick. I would like Wall of Omens, but unfortunately, probably not. Council Drum and Faith Fighters are not bad either, so maybe I'll get back one of those. Alright, so Memory Lapse is pretty much the only real card here, and, I don't mind it. It is sort of like a time walk for some, if you get the right counter the right spell, so Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick that up. Okay, and between compulsive research and thirst for knowledge, which are pretty much the cards here that I'm thinking about taking, um, compulsive research is probably the better one. Easier to discard a land than to discard an artifact, but it's also, let's see, Demon Fire and Godless Shrine. I mean, I haven't really seen any black cards yet to make me want to go into black. Um, Red seems like a strange splash at this point, so. But taking away Demon Fire. No, I mean, I guess we'll go ahead and take a compulsory research, but leaves that Demon Fire to someone else. Let's see, the two choices, or at least for me, I like Crystal Shard, I like Sphinx, and I like the Shapeshifter. All those came back. Actually, I think that's a pretty good sign, considering. So I'm just trying to look and see whether or not Crystal Shard would be worth picking up at this point to be able to bounce your own creature. Not really. Not based on what I'm looking at here. I don't really have anything that takes advantage of it. I like the Sphinx, but not that much. But then again, say Shapeshifter. I think I'll probably take the Shapeshifter here over these cards, just to have maybe a little bit of a low drop. Ooh, and Dismiss came back. Wow, it's looking pretty good for blue. It looks like. All right, and Sulfuric Vortex. No one took that. Maybe either no one's in that aggro, or no one knows how awesome Sulfuric Vortex is. So, but I'm gonna take Seal of Cleansing, and here I'll take the Skyfisher. Oh, that's a pretty solid first pack. Some pretty good playables here. Alright, so nothing too impressive here, but I'm kind of surprised this Hellions this late. So I doubt next two people are going to be playing Reanimate and will use Buried Alive, and Llanowar Elves is sweet, but, not game-changing, so I'm going to take the Crater Hellion, which is actually quite a good card. None of these matter. I guess I'll take Fire and Ice, and a Curt Ape. Okay. So, it's a Damnation, Clown Goat Ranger, Manowar are the cards that are really sticking out here. And I said at the time that I had no reason to go into a third color where I think Damnation might be it. I think Esper is a pretty solid wedge. I don't have the dual land, but I think I can live without Manowar or Clown Goat, and Damnation just seems like a solid pick. Uh-huh. Wow, this is a good pack. For us at least. I like Counterspell, I like Muldrifter, I like Remand, but I think we're gonna have to take Moat because, geez, that just seems insane. And that card just wins games, so I'm gonna grab the Moat, and hopefully we'll Counterspell, Remand, or Muldrifter. The card is just sick. Ooh. So there's an Arcane Sanctum, but we only have one black card so far. And let's see. We've got Mana Leak or Oblivion Ring. I think I'd rather have a Counterspell. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a Mana Leak and maybe wheel. I'd be happy wheeling Flicker Wisp or Oblivion Ring. Even Disfigure, or I guess Arcane Sanctum would be fine. Okay. So here essentially we have Exalted Angel or Psionic Blast, and while I like the Blast, I think the Angel is just a lot better, and I just love playing with Angels. So the Blast could wheel, I'm not sure, but the Angel is just nuts. Okay. So we've got a white knight and a boomerang. I guess when it comes down to it, I don't really want any of these cards. I guess the Knight's Whisper could be kind of cool if we end up playing black. So I'm going to grab that and pass the rest of these. Now things get weird. Okay. Looking through these cards, every single one of these, with the exception of the Anka of Mishro, should go in this deck. Wow. Conqueror's Pledge I'm not too excited about. The Scepter, though, could go on Mana Leak. It could go on, let's see, Memory Lapse. It could go on... That's not too much, I guess. Mana Leak and Memory Lapse are about it. Shadow Mage is sweet. Sphinx is also sweet. If we played black, Shadow Mage would be crazy good. And the Sphinx would be kind of cool also. To have a big, awesome creature for late game. I think I might actually grab the Sphinx here and try to play black. I just feel like the Shadow Mage, well, this will probably go, and I would like to have a big finisher. Okay. So we get a Serendeb Efreet, Journey to Nowhere, maybe Student of Warfare. Student of Warfare is more kind of aggro, I guess. I think it's between Journey and Serendib Efreet here. I think I'd rather have just more removal, so I'm going to grab the Journey. Alright, so I guess here I'll just take Thieving Magpie. It's actually a pretty sweet card. And again, I could take Inkwell and hope for like a Tinker. Not that I have that many artifacts to sacrifice to it. Or really any at all. Except for the Sphinx. I think I'll take the Thieving Magpie. Alright, here, back to our first pack. Still, none of these really matter. Guess I'll take away a Zozu from someone. That card can be pretty nasty against us. Okay, here we wield the Remand, so the other choice was the Counterspell, and someone took that, but I like Remand. It's a pretty solid card. Okay, so we have a couple, well, really two choices. We could take a Murderous Redcap if we're going to play black and try to play that, maybe. We could take a Thran Dynamo, help us ramp a little bit. I think probably I'll take the Thran Dynamo. That seems like a better choice here, overall. Okay, Crumbling Necropolis. I mean, we could take that. It would be a black source. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Alright, so here, don't need either of these, so I'm just going to take a White Knight. Probably not going to play it, but you never know. See here, while I do like Conqueror's Pledge, it's just too expensive. I think I'd rather just have it into the Royal to bounce stuff. And to draw cards. It seems like a safer plan, and I doubt the person I'm passing that Conqueror's Pledge to is playing white. Alright, and we get an Idyllic Tutor. Could actually be good. We could search for Moat, or we could search for Future Sight. It actually seems pretty sweet. So yeah, I might actually main deck that card for once. Ooh. But here's a Tinker. This is interesting. I'm not even sure where to go here. There's a Sword of Light and Shadow, there's an Achroma, there's a Tinker. Probably not going to play Achroma. Sword of Light and Shadow is really the card I'm thinking of here. If we played Tinker, it'd mainly be for the Sphinx. But the Sphinx can win games by itself. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab a Tinker and pass the rest. And keep an eye out for some artifacts to play with it. Right now we've just got Thran Dynamo, essentially. This is good. These are all really good cards. See, between Control Magic and Vidalcan Shackles, you just have to take the Shackles. I mean, it's just no contest. So, I will take the Shackles, and I guess hope to get back Forbid. I'm not sure Control Magic is going to come back. A Sensei Stop would be nice, but probably not. I guess ultimately Pentai Prism would be acceptable. Okay. Crystal Ball, Mother of Runes. I think based on the fact that we have a Tinker, I might actually grab the Crystal Ball. Seems like a solid plan, and we might not play black and just still play the Sphinx, but just have a Tinker. Yeah, Crystal Ball looks pretty good. Okay. So, I think I'm just going to take a miscalculation here. I like Black Sun, but I don't think we're going to have enough mana to do that, to play those 3 colors. We don't have enough mana fixing. Miscalculation's just solid. Ooh. Land tax. I'm taking that. I love Wrath of God, but I'm going to take land tax. Yeah, just because. Just because it's been too long. It's been too long since I played my land tax. And it's definitely pretty awesome for a control deck. Helps you get your land. Oh, there's Nicole Bolas. It's too bad I'm not playing those colors. It truly is. Ooh. Could play black. I am going to grab a Mirror Signet. Because, could play black, and I think a Signet's more useful for Tinker as a Tinker target than a Watery Grave would be, even though it's a good land. Maybe we'll actually get back the Watery Grave, who knows. This is an interesting one. So there's Merfolk Looter, which is pretty... I mean, it's okay. There's Mystical Tutor. There's a Yosei, the Morning Star, and a Gerard's Verdict. I'm going to take the Yosei here. Even though I like Mystical Tutor. Let's see. I could search for a instant or a sorcery card. I mean, there's not much I need to look for. I think 1 tutor is enough. Then again, as being able to look up a Tinker might be pretty sweet. But then again, Yosei is good. I'm going to go ahead and take the Yosei, and if I get back Mystical Tutor or Gerard's Verdict, I'll pick those up. I think Yosei is just an awesome control card, though. And plus, it'll help me get around my own moat, which can be pretty important. This is an interesting one. Jeez. Cryptologist and Aether Adept are pretty sweet. I'm almost thinking, though, I want to take Zurin Orb. And the reason is because I have, first of all, a Tinker, and a 0-cost artifact is sweet. And second of all, because I have a land tax, which means every single land I draw could just be, 2 life. I think I'll grab it. I've never tried that combo before, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I like the Enclave Cryptologist and the Aether Dips, so maybe one of those will come back. Alright, we're looking at our first pack again. Sure, I'll go ahead and pick up Force Spike. It's not too bad. I liked the Bane of the Living, but I'm still not even sure on whether we could actually play black. I mean, I think the Signet and possibly the Necropolis could work, just give us options to cast our Sphinx if we needed to. I mean, the only other black card I would want to play would be Damnation, really. And you know, if I had black already, I could play Knight's Whisper, I suppose. Alright, so none of the really cool cards out of this pack came back, but I guess I can grab a Pentad Prism. It's not too bad. Might be able to play it also. Alright. Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt. Seems dangerous, but I'll go ahead and grab it. Okay, none of these matter. I'll take a Signet, I guess. I'm surprised no one playing those colors wanted a Raging Ravine. It's a pretty sweet card. I'll take a Void Slime, I guess, and an Avalanche Riders, and a Jackal Pup. Lots of red. Alright, well, that's the deck, so I'll take it into Magic Online and start doing some deck building, and then we can play some matches. So I'll see you there. Alright, so it's deck building time. So I'm going to bring in Land Tax, Journey to Nowhere, Idyllic Tutor, Moat, Elspeth, Austere Command, Exalted Angel, Yosei. Let's see, Force Spike, Mana Leak, Into the Royal, Memory Lapse, Remand, Miscalculation, Pulse Research, Tinker, Dismiss, Magpie, Moloku. Wow, guess all of these just need to come in. Alright. The Grand Arbiter comes in, the Sphinx comes in, and we need to make room for some stuff. Because we've got too much. Ugh. Okay, so here's what I want to bring in. I want to bring in Wall Denial. I would like to bring it in at least. I would like to bring in the Signet, the Shackles for sure. So let's go ahead and throw that in. Shackles and Wall Denial. I'd like to be able to play the Sphinx, to be honest. So to do that, I'm going to need the Prism and the Signet. So I need to get rid of 4 cards. So Force Spike is out. And let's see. The Idyllic Tutor can search for an enchantment. So it searches for Moat and Future Sight. Is that worth it? Perhaps not. Not if we have to compromise our other things here. So let's get rid of 2 more things. Future Sight might be too expensive. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll pull Future Sight out. And one more thing. Guess we could pull out Pentad Prism? I do want to be able to play that Sphinx. Could take out a counter. Possibly a miscalculation? No. This is too hard, too hard. I like my flyers. I need finishers. Maybe a memory lapse could come out. Yeah, I guess I'll try that. Okay, that looks okay. Good enough. Let's throw in the Necropolis. We have 1, 2, 3 black sources, lots of blue, lots of white, 17 lands. So let's go. Let's add. Okay. What do you mean I'm missing an island? That makes no sense. Okay, Magic Online, you're killing me. You're killing me. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. I don't need any more outs actually. Okay. Don't show all versions. Let's get some more room. Some color. So we got pretty much 10 sources of blue. We need. Let's add some white. Pull out one of the blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's probably all the black we need. Tinker can be used on Pentad Prism, the Shackles, or the Pentad Prism or the Signet. Well, it's probably worth it to have a Tinker in there, just in case we draw it. Yeah, turn 3 Sphinx would be pretty nuts. Then again, could take out the Tinker and replace it with something we can use more often, like Future Sight possibly. We took out the Idyllic Tutor. I just wonder how often we're going to be able to activate Tinker. I'll just pull it out and put Memory Lapse back in. So many choices. I like Zurin Orb. Wish I could put that in somewhere. Wish I could put that in. They're too full. I'll go ahead and go with this and submit and see what happens. I think having 2 ways to get the Sphinx out, was hard casting it and tinkering it, is not a bad plan. So that's the deck, and I'll see you in the matches.